You are interested in the unknown, the mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here.
Welcome back to the Code Rad Show, where we are continuing with the Phoenix Files, an exploration of the 70s anime TV show, GATCHAMAN, Science Ninjas, or Science Ninjas GATCHAMAN, better known here in America as Battle of the Planets. With me is Jim. Hey, Jim.
Hey, Jason, how are you doing?
I'm great. I should be rested and feeling great because I just got back from vacation, but no, I'm always exhausted after vacation. Luckily, I'm still on summer break. So, yeah. So, here's a little promotion. You have my comic book, Interplanet Volume 1, available on Fund My Comic. Volume 2 is in production, being drawn now. It's going to be a little while, but most of you have not read Volume 1 yet, so you can go and check that out. Also, Tales of Conspiracy and Madness, not a comic book, a book of short stories of cosmic horror, Lovecraftian kinds of weird tales, and that is on Amazon, like it says there. If you're interested in like modern sort of Lovecraftian cosmic horror, you may want to give it a look. All right, and so
you must buy it. Buy it. You must. You will buy
it. You should. Yeah, hypnotism's not working yet, but we'll try anything.
How about
so Ghost Ship of Planet Mir, not Mir. Yes.
Yes, very interesting.
Also known as Ghost Fleet from Hell.
Yes, indeed. I think we can tell which one's got the better title, because I've got both here. Yeah, that's much cooler in every way.
Oh yeah, what a great title card. That's amazing.
It's it's all bloody, but couldn't do that in Battle of Planets. But yeah, it's weird because they don't leave in the series. They never left Earth once, but I believe the story is they would have to cut all the violence out. So the episode would only be like 17, 18 minutes. They had to get, put filler in. So it's like, okay, everybody, we're going to planet Mir or whatever, planet Zega or Vega or wherever.
Yeah, I'm glad you explained that to me early on, because I don't know if I would have figured out that difference. Because because I was introduced to this, as a little kid as Battle of the Planets. It was a space show. And once you think of it as a space show, it's hard to get your head around the fact that the original is just completely earthbound.
Yes.
But once you know it, it's so obvious the difference between the two episodes.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah,
not the two episodes, like the two versions of the same episode.
Right.
Because this one, it's quite, it's quite apparent how one of them takes place all on Earth and one of them takes place in outer space, and the way the American version contrives to make it seem like they're going to another planet.
Yeah, that's right. Having Seven Zark 7 setting up the prepare for launch, everybody. We're passing Venus, Pluto, whatever.
Right, yeah.
But let's see. So unfortunately, this episode I thought was okay. This episode really, it kind of plants seeds. Well, the Japanese version mostly.
Yeah.
It plants seeds for future episodes, which we'll get into in a little bit. But unfortunately, there's no. We've had giant turtles. We've had space mummies. We've had centipedes. Unfortunately, we don't get that this week. We get well, you'll see. We get sunken battleships.
Yeah.
And it's kind of ironic when I thought about this is that I used to watch Battle Planets on a channel called 48, and over on 29 they had Star Blazers, which were at exactly the same time.
Oh man, yeah, I hate that.
And that was about a battleship. So I thought it was kind of interesting how ironic, a battleship be part of the show's feature later on.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, we see this ship. It's foggy, and just keep people surprised. What have they found? Well, the guy's really scared. It's basically a ghost ship. Apparently, where they at right now is a area that's infamous for having ghost ships, and they see one right in front of them. So it does attack them. There's launching some torpedoes right there, and the ship does get hit. And of course, everybody's running. They're out at sea, so not really sure where they're going to run to, but
Yeah.
they're running away from the explosion. And they get attacked again. It's kind of funny how there's a guy with a shirt and tie on.
Yeah.
It's kind of random. Also, Stan Lee there, with the sunglasses, and the mustache, and the hair.
Yeah, yeah.
He's running away, trying to keep himself alive from the attack. Let's see. So yeah, kind of cool.
And this all was not in the American version, right? If I remember correctly.
I think part of it was. I know
Yeah.
where the ship actually gets attacked and seeing everything on fire. That wasn't.
Right.
Yeah, that was all cut out. So
yeah.
Cut all the cool stuff out. This guy we see quite a lot in the series. We'll see him in episodes to come. I think his name is Kane. I think he's like the Earth president, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And that mustache. Very Wilford. What's that guy's name? The Quaker Oats guy. Wilford Brimley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quaker Oats, mustache rods. It's like, yeah, you can see he's got that Wilford Brimley thing going there. So I'm going to go off a little bit of tangent here because I thought this was very interesting. So this is very early 70s, and the word that got me with this next subject was the word polluting. And I learned, how in the early 70s, how bad was pollution, and the answer was it was pretty damn bad in the 70s. I did some research. There were several nasty diseases going around Japan thanks to pollution. One was called the Minamata disease, which is basically mercury poisoning.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, so a company, and that was just cool school kids having to wear masks every time they went outside.
Yeah.
I believe that's a shot of Minamata City right there. But at one time, and maybe it still is, that whole area was poisoned with mercury. And the mercury got there thanks to these folks, Chiso. They were the ones that pretty much dumped all the mercury into the water.
Yeah.
And it got on the fish, and then people got really sick. Another disease that was terrorizing Japan was called Itai disease, and Itai literally means it hurts.
Oh, jeez.
My voice hurts, actually. My throat hurts. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to be voices like this. So basically what this disease would do, it wasn't mercury in the water. It was also cadmium, which they use for batteries. And that also got in the water, and that would cause softening in the bones and eventually kidney failure. And also it's very painful. So, so there was a mining operation apparently that was leaking metals into the water, including cadmium. Finally, there was yokachi asthma, and that was caused by chemical plants that were not properly desulfurizing their crude oil. So that would affect the air. So some really nasty stuff was happening in Japan. And the problem was, after the war, Japan really bounced back from the atomic bombing, but the problem was they were putting economic output in front of environmental safety. And so it's really nasty stuff. So the air was poisoned, the soil was poisoned, and the water was poisoned. So just really bad stuff. So I can see why a lot of the early episodes dealt with pollution and with natural resources.
Oh yeah, I mean Godzilla movies frequently deal with ecological issues.
Yeah.
Hedorah may have come out the same year as this episode. This episode was 72,
Yes.
which Hedorah could not have been too far along, which of course in America was called the smog monster.
Yes. And air
And
pollution, very, very big problem in Japan during this time.
yeah, yeah. And that was just, not even subtext. That was just the text. But I think like a lot of Godzilla movies, pollution, ecological, social issues are kind of the subtext.
Yeah, right. And also, well, we covered star blazers, and that was even if it was in the future, it dealt with radiation poisoning, just basically pollution getting out of control.
Yeah.
It's going to move on underground. So yeah, it's kind of sci-fi reflects whatever is happening at the current time, and 72, a lot of pollution. So a lot of industry, but just it came at a very high cost.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. So going back to the episode, so here we have a guy, another Spectre General, this time dressed as a bug.
Our latest number 3.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so number 3. Not for long, but this guy stays around a little bit longer. But yeah, but
I mean, the whole Spectra / Galactor connection to this episode seems very tenuous.
Yeah,
like they appear in the very beginning, and like what they actually have to do with anything was not really clear to me.
They were attacking the they basically set up this underwater oil farm, and they were attacking that along with ships that were going near it.
All right, so were they trying to like destroy oil fields, or were they trying to steal the oil? They were trying to destroy.
But basically, the Japanese version was conquer the oceans. If we conquer the oceans, we'll conquer the Earth. But I think they don't stick to that for too long.
Yeah.
They try other means, but
I mean, there is an excuse, but then it just turns out to be about a lot of explosions.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is awesome.
Much. Yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt. So I think we saw this scene in the American version, but the Japanese version, Jason or Joe says, "I'm going to get revenge on Galactor," and he definitely has a reason to hate Galactor. He hates them, and eventually we see why. But I think this kind of plants the seeds.
Okay.
Of why he hates him so much. He's got a very good reason. So G-Force, actually, they're on vacation, and they notice that there's hey, that wasn't there before.
Yeah.
Oil pollution. So yeah, so even they weren't cartoon characters weren't safe in Japan, like from water pollution.
Mm-hmm.
But they cut this out. I thought it's. I don't see showing dead fish being a big deal, but I guess somebody did. So this was cut from the American release.
Yeah.
Like dead bodies, yeah, sure, but dead fish,
I don't think they even showed the oil spill in the American version.
Nope. Not at all. So, but I'm thinking I don't think that's too bad, but if it was like dead people floating, I could see that. But
yeah,
dead fish, that's not so, unless it would scare kids, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, this was even before Jaws.
That's right. That's right. And fish never blink, even in death. So we're going to fast forward to the end of the episode where G-Force has to come face to face with this ghost ship. Turns out, though, it's not just one ship; it's a whole entire fleet.
Whole fleet rises up from the bottom of the ocean, and
so
pretty much just to get blown up by the Phoenix.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Well, they actually run out of. There's one battleship there.
Oh, that's right. They did have cannons, but that was hilarious. As Jason in the American version just basically goes to town on that fire button.
Yes, like just what?
No aiming, just he's just like such a talented gunner. All he does is just
over and over again.
It's hilarious.
Fire.
I forget if it's exactly like that in the Japanese version, but I know one thing they change is that in the Japanese version, the science ninjas ask for permission to blow up the enemies. They don't have to do that in the American version.
No, they never. They just
Yeah,
do it.
Jason just goes to town on that fire button.
But the Japanese version, yeah, they do have to ask permission for the use of bird missiles, and they get it. But
Yeah, like he's playing Centipede, just
exactly, just like Morse code is like. Uh, but you hear Jason says "soul" or "damn it," damn, because yeah, he doesn't. He really hates Galactor, and we do find out eventually why. But he just goes crazy, like you said. He just, pretty much. But unfortunately, he uses every single bird missile.
Yeah.
So it turns out, yeah, that they don't really destroy. They blow up their outer shells, but apparently the battleships were that was an outer shell disguise. But that was what was inside was a saucer.
Mm-hmm.
And there's unfortunately tons of them, and they're outnumbered, and they're out of bird missiles, but somebody count. I thought that was a cool shot right there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was really awesome. that feeling when you've run out of missiles and
yes,
there's a whole fleet of deadly flying saucers coming straight at you.
He tries to use more. It's just like click, click, click. It's like, oh no, I've ran out of bird missiles.
Yeah.
But then these interesting ships show up. I think they didn't really tell us who they were in the American version, but the Japanese version, this is called Red Impulse, and they will have a very big connection to the series and to G-Force themselves, especially Mark.
Yeah. Okay.
We see why, but yeah, they also have a very big part to play. But for all we know, the Red Impulse, and they're just really, really good. That's all we know right now. And that's pretty much about it.
Well, Red Impulse did have an explanation in the American version, but it was completely different because in the American version, they're on a different planet.
That's right.
And Mark says, "Oh, we came and tried to save your planet, and we started it, and you finished it off. You took out the last few bad guys. So this is like all on a different planet. That was just like the residents of Myrrh, and so I don't know what Red Impulse is going to turn out to be, but yeah, whatever it was in the American version was different, and it was like they were not planning to see those guys again."
Our viewers out there, hopefully, well, yeah, if they've seen, they know what happens, but I don't want to say anything just yet. But yes, the leader of Red Impulse has a very big role to play, as we'll see later on.
Cool. Yeah, that was pretty awesome, because in case we didn't make it clear, Phoenix is like out of missiles, about to get destroyed, and then a Red Impulse comes and blows up all the evil flying saucers. Apparently belong to Galactor, but as I mentioned before, that Galactor kind of only appears in the first 5 minutes or so of the episode.
That's right, and there's only 3 Red Impulse planes. That's all that took, just 3.
Yeah, just 3 of them took out all those flying saucers.
Yeah, so whoever these guys are, they're really good.
Yeah. I thought those Red Impulse ships, planes looked like Japanese Zeros from World War II.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, the Mitsubishi Zero. That's right.
Yeah,
those were pretty cool planes. So yeah, I didn't think about that, but yeah, okay.
Let's see. I read that. Despite all the social concerns of this episode, they're not wearing life vests when they go water skiing, because this was before. I think it might, like, shortly after this was made, it was required to wear a life vest if you went water skiing or something. But yep, these crazy kids, this was before it was a requirement, so they got to go water skiing without any life vest or even head protection. I think you might need head protection to go water skiing in Japan now.
I remember Princess is just fine. She's just fine, but Kiop just takes a plunge, and he's Kiop. He's kind of the not the runt, but well, I guess he's probably the least powerful member, but maybe we'll see him evolve after time. Who knows?
Yeah. And maybe get some water skiing lessons from Fonzie.
Yeah, exactly. E.
Let's see. So, yeah. Let's see. I just have one thing. A brilliant broadcaster that I am. I mean, I brought up my slideshow, showed one slide, and then forgot I had a second one.
All right.
Now, why is all right? So, yeah.
Huh.
This episode originally aired in Japan, October 29th, 1972, 2 days before my second birthday.
Cool.
Oh, no, that would have been my first birthday. Yeah. So, 2 days before I turned one. There were 2 airplane hijackings on that day.
Jeez.
Yeah, the Lufthansa thing had to do with the Munich Olympics massacre.
Wow.
Some guys hijacked the plane and demanded the release from Germany of like these guys who perpetrated the Munich massacre. And I guess Germany did release the murderers, which made Israel pretty mad. And over here, you can see, absolutely no AI involved in the creation of this. Eastern Airlines. That one took off from Houston, I guess, from bank robbers. I mean, I know that, like, hijacking planes used to be a lot more prevalent than it is now. But also back then, everyone pretty much survived, which is it kind of say like why September 11th happens, because, hijackers usually end up releasing everybody. Like in these 2 cases, I think mostly everyone on the planes survived. I mean, it's crazy. Can you imagine robbing a bank and then going and hijacking a plane to escape? So also, U.S. President Richard Noyonol, no AI used in the creation of this. He was negotiating with Vietnam. Oh, and I forget this. A kicker in the NFL kicked some kind of world record or a really long field goal or something. I forget. And Johnny Nash had was #1 hit with "I Can See Clearly Now."
I love Johnny Nash.
Yeah, and of course that is America, and we're talking about a Japanese show. But there you go. So
no, it's interesting.
I provide a little snapshot of the way things were on October 29th, 1972, in America and Europe, at least.
Well, I love President Moyal. He was my favorite. He was just...
But so I would say in this episode was pretty light on plots, but heavy on explosions. Some cool aerial fights, a lot of missiles, lots of stuff blowing up. So nothing creative like giant mummy or crabs or anything. But I was still entertained. It was this one just really just was all about blowing stuff up, and I'm fine with that.
Me too. A lot of button pushing too, just like
very expert button pushing. It's like only as like a ninja could do.
Push the button. It's like
science ninja.
I guess one last thing is that there some company, there's a toy convention or toy fair not too long ago, and they're releasing. I'll see if I can bring up pictures for next week. They're releasing Battle of Planets action figures. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll get.
All right, so this is a new release?
Yeah.
Cool.
They're about kind of like the size of Star Wars figures, but still, it's like very cool. I would kind of sorry we didn't get those back then in the day, but yeah.
Yeah. GATCHAMAN, it just timeless. I should mention, I watched the first episode that came up, the first version when I went into YouTube, and this was not subtitled. I was watching the Japanese version, but it was dubbed.
Oh, okay,
and I'm pretty sure it was a faithful dub. It was it wasn't edited or anything, I don't think. But it was like the voice actors to me seemed a lot more appropriate for the roles because as great as Casey Kasem is, not sure I quite buy him as a teenager.
Right.
But this version dubbed into English, it did sound like it was truer to the spirit of the original Japanese version. I read I think maybe it was done in the 80s.
I think it was done by a company down in Texas called ADV Vision.
Right. Yeah.
And the one person I think that really made GATCHAMAN kind of gave it a resurgence was Alex Ross.
Oh,
He would do paintings of for Wizard of Battle Planets, and
sure.
he was a really
I've
big
seen
fan of the
that. Yeah,
show.
I didn't realize he helped with the resurgence. Yeah, yeah. I've seen Alex Ross's GATCHAMAN paintings. Yeah, yeah. They're great. Like everything Alex Ross does.
Yeah, he's incredible. He's amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Cool.
so he was a big. Well, I guess he's probably the same age, close to our age, maybe a little bit older or younger. But yeah, he
Yeah.
grew up around the same time that we did. So I'm sure he definitely was watching growing up like we did. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. He just seems to love everything geeky. All right. Well, I mean, do you have anything else?
I think it's about it, folks. I guess
Yeah, I think that
next
should do
week-
it for today. Yeah, we'll be back with more GATCHAMAN Battle of the Planets next week.
Gold Thievery, I believe. Gold Thievery is the next episode.
All right. Can't wait. All right. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Thanks, Jason.
And we'll
Take
see
care.
you next time. Bye-bye.
I'll see you.